Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Now if you're wondering why I accidentally went out of the workbench there, that was not my fault, I promise. That was my recording hotkey. Now I'm sure you're wondering, where have I been, what have I been doing? Basically, I'm not going to bother with an excuse. I just could not be bothered to make videos and some other stuff happened, but for the most part I just kind of lost the motivation to do it. But while I was doing some stuff this morning, saw that actually made I decided to watch some of my old YouTube videos. I realised how rubbish they were, so I decided, you know what, I need to right this wrong, and so here I am. In case you're wondering, no, I do not plan on keeping an upload schedule. However, I am hoping to at least post some videos every now and again. And maybe if, I don't know. But I am hoping to post some videos every now and again. But I will have to just see how it goes. Anyways, without further ado, today we are going to be remaking my patrol boat. Now, I've made quite a few patrol boats since then. I cleaned up my... There used to be so many more than this, but I am actually going to delete all of these. You guys are my witnesses to seeing me delete all of this. The reason I'm deleting all of this is so that I can focus solely on making these for YouTube videos. Now, in case you guys were wondering, no, my skills haven't improved one bit. Well, actually, no, they've improved a lot. I used to barely be able to... I used to have no clue how to even make a proper build. Now... and in case you guys are wondering, yes, this creation is actually mine. As you can see, I've definitely improved. Because, last time I made an engine, it was horrible. And, yeah. I mean, this thing looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I don't know about you guys, but this thing looks awesome. Anyways, we are getting rid of all of this. Now, I've developed new building techniques. In other words, I shouldn't suck as much now. So, yeah, let's just start. Now, I want to try and talk to you guys about what I have planned for the future. So, as I said, although I do not plan on being back and having an upload schedule, I do plan on having at least some kind of... I do still plan on having some sort of... basically some sort of... I'll upload every now and again, basically. So please don't start getting mad at me when I don't upload often, because you've been warned as to what's happening. That's just in case you guys were wondering. Other than that, not a whole lot has changed. I mean, I've gotten much better at building stormworks. I still cannot figure out for the life of me how to put stuff on the workshop. So I do apologise. Unless I can find out how, I will not be posting any of my builds from these videos into the workshop yet. I will eventually figure it out. But for now, it's just going to be for the time being. My videos aren't going to be like they used to, and I suppose looking at it from a certain point of view, that's a good thing, because if you guys have watched any of my old videos, you'll know that they really weren't they definitely weren't Mr. Beast standard. They were, in other words, they were really rubbish videos. So I hope you guys are happy that I'm back. There's probably a couple of you who accidentally turned on notifications, forgot that they had notifications on, forgot that they had notifications on for this channel, decided to watch this channel when they get the notification and realise my content's still pretty rubbish. But in my defence, most of this isn't my fault. I'm well aware that it is quite laggy. I do have a screen up right now that is basically showing me how laggy it is for you guys. I do apologise. And at some point I'll get that fixed, but that isn't a software problem, it is a hardware problem. I've basically I'll explain it to you guys quickly. The company that made the PC I have basically only makes one singular PC, and they don't make parts for it, and what they do is they buy it and then they basically just customize the parts so that only their parts that they've customized will fit, and they only make the one PC. So in other words, my PC isn't interchangeable with any other brand. We've literally tried every single one. We've tried DDR1, DDR2, DDR3, DDR4, DDR5. And for those of you who don't know what DDR is, it's basically just kind of like, I'm not sure if you guys have ever had those knockoff Lego pieces, but it's pretty much like that. So the DDRs would be the official Lego pieces in this instance, and the company's knockoffs, well, not actually knockoffs, they're the same parts, but the company's version would be those knockoff Lego bricks. If you guys have ever played with those knockoff Lego bricks, you'll know what I mean, and you'll know how frustrating it is. But yeah, basically, our PCs don't have new... Our PCs are so outdated that the graphics driver that's in it, which is a 710 something or other, I can't quite remember, but it's a really old graphics driver, is so old that they stopped making it just after I was born. It's a really old graphics driver. It's a ridiculously old graphics driver, and personally I would not recommend it. If your parents out, if there are parents out there watching this video thinking about getting your children PCs, don't. Thinking about getting your children PCs from just random companies, don't. The best place to get PCs is to look on, actually, you know, I won't go too in depth of this because this is not my area of expertise, but if there are any parents out there watching this video who are toying with the idea of getting their kids PCs, don't buy anything until you watch, there's a YouTuber called Linus Tech Tips. It's possible some of you guys have heard of them. They're quite popular, and they basically show you what parts to make, what parts to buy, and what are the best, and where to get them from. But yeah, so for a first PC, if you're a parent, do not get your kids, or even yourself, a pre-built PC from a private company. That they just suck. Anyways, while I was blabbing on, I was secretly distracting you while I constructed this masterpiece. Oh, and look at that. It's been 10 minutes. If you guys remember one of my first videos, you'll know that last time I made a video like this, where I built a boat that was maybe a quarter of this size, if probably less, it took me 20 minutes. Anyways, now we are going to do I'm going to say my famous thing, which is we're going to build a quick bridge, except we're not going to build a quick bridge because we are going to build a quick bridge. And for those of you out there wondering how much this is going to suck, not much. As I said, I've gotten much better at this game, and so hopefully it won't suck too much. But so I've accidentally turned this into more of a cruiser, which is fine, but now it's a cruiser. So I do apologise to those of you who came here hoping for a patrol boat. Yeah, this is more of a cruiser now, so I do apologise. But I mean, it looks alright. It looks like it could be somewhat functional. Probably not very functional, but who knows, it could be functional. As I said, probably not very functional, but hopefully it'll be functional nonetheless. Anyways, once again, my expert distraction skills have worked, and you guys were probably paying attention to what I was saying, which is good because then you guys won't have realised that I'm already constructing the bridge. Now I will do the windows off camera because they are extremely finicky. If you guys have ever done slanted outward windows, you guys will know how finicky they are. And finicky is a very strange word for those of you who have no idea what it means. I don't actually really know what it means. All I know is that finicky isn't good. And so, yeah, I'm just going to try and finish up the, I was going to say snap my fingers, but I've actually forgotten what hotkey is to pause it. So, instead of that, I'm going to move my cursor off screen to my to my secondary monitor, snap my fingers, and then pause it. 3, 2, 1. Oh, actually, okay, no, we're not. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not snapping my fingers yet. Need to make the back. Can't believe I almost forgot about the rear. I mean, that is definitely a theme of mine. I always forget to do one crucial part. Like, for example, if I'd forgotten to put the rear on and then tried to make it flow, I'd be probably stuck at my PC for half an hour trying to figure out what went wrong. And then just remember that I forgot to put the back on. It's happened to me numerous times, and oh, what is up with this? Every time I try and place something, it just goes out of my hand. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Guys, please do whatever you want with this video. You can share it. You can unsubscribe from me if you are one of those very few people who are subscribed. You could share this with your friends and laugh at my cringe and laugh at the cringe or laugh at my accent. For some reason, people I've met have commented on my accent. I don't think I have an accent. I'm not sure about you guys, but I don't think I have an accent personally. I mean, I have maybe in case you guys are wondering, I'm gonna turn this into a little machine gun deck thing. But I personally don't think I have an accent, so to speak. I mean, I definitely have a... Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to shut up, snap my fingers, and then when I snap my fingers, the windows will be on, and we'll be ready to do the roof. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now that we're back from that very short break for you guys, about 5-minute break for me, you guys can now see that, believe it or not, I actually made something look pretty good. It still resembles every single other build I've ever made. It still looks like something out of Battleships. The movie, not the board game. Oh, and it looks really stupid, but the most important thing about this is that it doesn't look hideous. It just looks unique. And that's the same thing I tell myself every morning when I look in the mirror. It doesn't look hideous, it just looks unique. Anyways, now that we've moved on from my strange quotes, we can actually put a wedge on the back. And now that there's a wedge on the back, we can put more wedges on the bottom. And I would like to talk to you guys about the Grand Tour. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it, but I have. It's hilarious. And for any Americans, it includes big noisy cars that make cool noises. So I'd imagine if you're an American, you'd probably absolutely love the Grand Tour. In fact, if you're American, it's very possible you love the Grand Tour. Just from those few words that I said. Even though, sadly, it is filled with British people. I know, horrible. But the good news is, there are lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of big noisy things, and a surprising amount of C4 for something filmed in Britain. Still not quite sure how they got their hands on C4, but I would like their contact. Anyways, now that I've quite possibly talked the entire world to either death or to sleep, I can realise that once again I've gravely miscalculated. Now there seems to be a theme with my builds. I either make something look really cool and awesome, or I make something look stupidly ugly and obnoxious. I think this might be both. It's stupidly tall. How many blocks is this? It's 11. Put it into perspective. That is about, if you have a 2-story house, that's not far off the height of your entire house. Now, unlike most of my videos, I did not drink an entire bottle of Pepsi before recording. So I have no caffeine in me, so I apologise if I yawn or if my voice drops. That's because I'm tired, really, really tired. Anyways, now that we are about to hit the 20-minute mark, I'm going to say goodbye right where it